New streamer gets brutalized in fighting gym. This video is about Clavicular, and as the days go on, I dislike Clavicular more and more. I feel like he's giving bad advice. He's saying untruthful things. It's like the people that follow you aren't going to know the truth of certain things, and because of that, you know, you may lead a lot of people down the wrong path. Like, even when it comes down to he said, oh yeah, I take meth. Crazy headlines, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere. Come to find out, bro does not take meth. He takes, it's like an ADHD drug, bro. Some random other name that sounds like meth, and you have to be prescribed it. You're telling people you're taking meth. You have children watching you, trying to look smacks, and now kids think, oh, I could take meth and I'll be good too. Cooked. Chopped cheese. They ain't never coming back.
Well, what's poppin', y'all? This streamer really got the modern day, or the 2025 version of what Sneeko got when he got in the ring with Sean Strickland. Was that in 2024 or 20? Nah, that had to be 2024. Where Sean Strickland, damn near, I'm surprised a tooth didn't get knocked out in that session. But this streamer, Clavicular, this guy's been blowing up everywhere recently. I did a whole video kind of like outlining a little bit more nuanced on the guy's background, where he came from, all that other stuff. You can check that out if you want, if I'm not too lazy to put it in the pinned comment. But he pulled up to this jiu-jitsu gym, and I'm going to play you guys this clip right now.
I told you some people are going to be on y'all.
What's my rate, Clavicular? What's my rate? This is for all the bullshit that I gotta watch on my feed all the time.
Did he deserve to get, you know, slapped up? Maybe. Was this the guy that should be slapping him up? No. Bro, who are you, brother? You know what I'm saying? You just wanted to beat up a dude that's famous. I'm not gonna lie. Like, even though Clavicular, I don't rock with bro, I don't like bro, that shit is lame. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ODing on a nigga for that purpose. And even if you didn't say a word and you were just like, oh, you want to spar? Let's spar then. And then you went like extra hard on him, straight face, didn't say all this extraness. Okay, cool. You know, you put him in his place without needing to also look like a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Like, be like just very weird. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, this is for all the stuff I have to see on my timeline. All right, bro. Get out of here, brother. You know what I'm saying? Did he deserve it? Yeah. But I don't think this was the messenger.
All right. Hey.
So this caption on this was the following. Clavicular got absolutely bodied in a jiu-jitsu match against a hater. I told you some people are going to be on your ass, Clav. This is for all the BS I got to watch on my feed all the time. What's my rating, Clavicular? And so the person that brought him here was an individual by the name of Santa Cruz Medicinals. He owns the company Santa Cruz Medicinals, Santa Cruz Paleo. He is popular on TikTok and short form content. He also has a company where they sell like supplements, a bunch of other stuff. He's like a big health proponent. And this guy does jiu-jitsu. I think he's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. He's the guy that brought Clavicular here. This guy, Santa Cruz, he's previously done collaborations with Clavicular before this whole blow up, like earlier in the year, with this guy named Cookie King. If you look, a lot of these people are in the quote cookie verse, which it's too much to complain. I talk about it in the video about Clavicular. So there's a relationship here, a long relationship between Santa Cruz and Clavicular. They agree on some things, they disagree on others. They do disagree more than they agree, but they're cordial with each other and there's a mutual respect. With Santa Cruz, you know, trying to offer more healthy advice to Clavicular, and he's really happy to see him succeed. So how this all started was that Clavicular reached out to Santa Cruz and said, hey, look, I want to set up me just pulling up and doing some jiu-jitsu for the stream. It would be good stream content. This guy, I think he wrestled Clavicular. I don't know if he never did jiu-jitsu though. He wrestled. He was like, yeah, dude, I mean, I'm inexperienced. I come there, screw it. Like, let's see what comes of it. He's like, all right, some people are going to be on you. So he pulls up, and this is the first guy that gets on his behind. Now, I'm going to read a reply to this from another YouTuber who is really experienced in jiu-jitsu. This guy's been doing jiu-jitsu for, I think, like maybe 5+ years. And he said the following, this guy, Elijah Long. And and he's the, I don't know if, can I say that word on YouTube? I really hope I can. He's the R-tard maxing guy in the past like a year or so. But he said the jiu-jitsu guy is way too emotional. 99% of experienced practitioners will never roll this hard with a newbie. It's weird how some of the last, quote, third spaces for men get torn down and seen as cringe by the masses of men who would benefit from them the most. Videos like this always seem to increase that divide. And a lot of people saw this, and I personally saw this. I was like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Now, number one, the most frustrating part about this is that this guy is a moron. Like, this guy's upset. Clearly, he's like, yo, what's my rate? So this guy is somebody that is upset that he is seeing this clavicular guy on his feed with the whole what's my rate thing. So this guy's like a clavicular's like a looks maxer. His whole thing, or for a large portion of his life, was trying to look as best as he possibly could and improve in that and other things. But he believed like the basis or the foundation of his improvements in other aspects of his life would come from his appearance. Partially why he started TRT, testosterone, exogenous testosterone, not produced by his body, at 14 years old. So a lot of people come up to him and they're like, yo, rate me, bro, rate me, bro. And even he's annoyed by it and doesn't like it.
I'm not gonna lie, Clavicular, for a nigga that's taking testosterone, it don't seem like he got a lot of testosterone in his body, bruh. Maybe he started taking it at 14 because he actually needed it. At this point, I believe this motherfucker will just lie. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he started taking testosterone at 14 because the doctor said, bro, you not producing nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your testosterone ain't really moving for real. When you should be having something. Something need to start happening. And that's why he got on testosterone. I'm convinced this nigga just lied for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? But for a nigga that's taking, you know, testosterone, he looked like he don't got a lot of testosterone in his body, bro. Like stand up for yourself, brother. You know what I'm saying? I watched him work out in the gym. He says, I really hate the gym. I only go there and get my job done and I leave. I want to be in there as little as possible. Bro's about to do a set. Somebody slap his shoulders. He go. I'm like, all right, bro. All right, get bro out of here. Get bro out of here. You know what I'm saying? How you taking testosterone and while you in the gym, you don't feel like expressing your testosterone, brother? You know what I'm saying? Come on. That shit kind of crazy to me. You feel me? But anyway, bro. Anyway.
So this guy's seeing clips that are obviously out of context because there's an incentive for clippers on Kick because this guy streams on Kick. So there's an incentive for clippers to clip things that are going to cause the most emotion, whether it's usually negative emotion, the most shareability, and drive the most engagement, because the more views that they get, the more that they get paid out for being a clipper. Now, the rates got dropped by, I think, from like 40 to 25 per, I believe it's like 100,000 views or 1,000. I don't know. But the rate got dropped because they had to pay out $100,000 because this guy got like 1 billion views in 10 days. So clearly it's working. But what's so funny about this is that this guy knows that he is so far beyond this guy in experience, and he knows that he's going to win, but it's almost like one of those loser kids. And I'm not saying this guy's a loser, but it's almost like he's envious and he feels like this guy doesn't deserve the attention he gets, and he's insulted that he's on his feed, although the only things you see on your feed are what you've curated. Like, for example, I'm never getting a makeup tutorial from Jeffree Star, or who's the other guy that still hasn't. This guy's never suffered repercussions for constantly talking to younger. Oh, and when I mean younger, I mean
what's
with
his name?
A minor type deal, dudes. And it's not Jeffree Star, it's the other guy. I totally forgot his name. But damn, I forgot
James
his name.
Charles.
But I'm never getting recommended stuff like that, because if I'm scrolling, which I really don't do enough.
Bro, wait, hold up, pause. Yes, I knew his name, bro. Y'all probably know his name too, bro. Chill out, bro. Dang, bruh. You know, chill, bro. I said that shit, bro. Everybody in this watching this video that's still here is standing behind me like, it's all right, brother. My bad, bro. Chill. I want no beef. Listen, bro, I just know the nigga name, bro. Chill, bro.
They realize, okay, this is not hitting for him. So this guy, he's getting rage baited. And it's interesting to see a rage bait victim in person and react in the way that he, like, this guy is trying his damnedest, his hardest to what? Submit a guy that people don't expect to even do well, like, or don't expect to do anything. It's not like this guy's a beginner. He just walked into the gym, and he even said later on, this dude Clavvicular said, this was 5 seconds after he got into the gym. This guy was eager. And this is the thing, like the Sean Strickland incident, we can understand because Sean Strickland has made it known that he has no mercy on anybody that spars with him, that he's brutalizing anybody that walks in. And Sneeko knew that. Sean Strickland has that reputation, and people felt that Sean Strickland was grimy for it, which I felt like it was a little bit. Nah, the guy's got the reputation. So you
knew getting inside the ring with him was going to be some bullshit. So why are you gonna hop inside the ring with somebody and you know what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta respect that Sneeko knew this was gonna happen. He was gonna get his ass handed to him, and he just did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? That deserves a little bit of respect. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this ain't the same. Bro just walked in and got slammed by some random dude he don't know, bro. And bro tried to bully him.
Know the guy's grimy, and then you pull up and you're like, yo, why is this guy so grimy? So I actually didn't feel that Sean Strickland did anything wrong in that exact scenario, but here this guy's coming in to get some content, like,
and you gotta respect, and it's between men, but you have to respect when someone says, or when someone's like, I'm not, when it comes to fighting or anything, I'm not taking it easy on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody take it easy on me. I don't give no fucks. You know what I'm saying? And if you willing to step in the ring with him, you get respect for that. But that nigga gonna whoop your fucking ass. It's just what it is. But you know how he rock. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's like them niggas that be in the trenches. Bro, I watched two niggas fight, bro. It was like Samoan. It was like a Samoan kid and some other dude. I forgot what the other dude was. I think he was black. These niggas bare knuckle fighting each other like they're trying to kill each other. No grabbing, no tossing, no throwing, just straight hands. And these niggas are going dummy, getting rocked. I was like, what the fuck, bro? And then afterwards, like, they bleeding, both of them bleeding out the face, like, really fighting, bro. And afterwards, they dap each other up like, oh, good shit, bro. Like, you really did your thing. Like, I was like, these niggas different. There's just some people that built different, bro. That's his homie. And he's like, bro, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to beat you like a stranger, nigga. And they both on the same shit. And then afterwards, they dap each other up like, bro, you a warrior. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron type shit. And it's like, you got to respect that shit. But I don't respect this shit. I don't respect this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit was goofy as fuck, nigga. And you can't. That's like somebody that gets super good at MMA or boxing or even jiu-jitsu. It's like black belts and people like that. They hold a certain type of self-control. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be scared of a nigga that don't got no self-control and is a fucking black belt in fucking whatever the fuck. Cause then it's like, you about to go out here just start knocking niggas' heads off just because you getting all emotional. And you learning to fight and do all these things should take away that emotion. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be straight to fight or flight mode, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you can fight. But, yeah, this shit goofy as fuck. Anyway.
You could take the opportunity, and the way that he slammed him, like, yo, I'm surprised the guy's wrist didn't break. And it just seems like
he could have broken his arm.
It seems like envy because he doesn't. Maybe it's because of his looks. Maybe this is something that he didn't take into consideration. Where, wait, hold on. Maybe if I, maximize my looks too much, that I'm getting famous for my looks, that dudes are gonna hate on me for that, and then they're gonna do this type of stuff. And even Santa Cruz felt like that guy was taking it a little bit too far. He talked about it a little bit later, but I think this is just whack. whack behavior. Like, the guy's 19 years old or 20 years old now. He was
facts.
19 at the filming of this. And you're just trying to, like, do the whole, like, yo, say uncle, when you've been training and you know you're going to wipe the floor with him. It's a different story when we see this type of trash talk between two people that are at the same level of training experience. Or if this guy had less training experience, the guy that brutalized Clavicular, and somebody was more trained than him and he's doing this trash talk, we can respect it. But this is just, it's gross.
Yeah, he would get way more respect, which I don't know if that's what happened. Clavicular said it was the first 5 seconds of him walking in, but he would get more respect where he's like, bro, I'm not going to take it easy on you. Like, you don't want to spar somebody else? Like, I'm not going to take it easy on you. And bro is like, yeah, come on, let's do it. And then, you know, shit happens. No shit talking. Respect. You know what I'm saying? You said you wasn't going to take it easy and you didn't. You tapped him and you got up out of there. You know what I'm saying? He pushed him at the end, smiling, like awkward smiling. It was fucking weird. It was really fucking weird. And he would get even more respect if he just knows that he's better than him and, like, actually spars with him, you know, on some calm shit. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, when it comes to a fight, when it comes to a lot of things, the nigga with the most audacity, usually the nigga to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone's like, all right, we about to fight, and then as soon as you about to start fighting, nigga just fucking bulldoze your ass and fucking start going dummy mode, your chances are you're going to lose because you're not expecting that shit. So it would be a lot more respectable if he actually gave him a chance, bro. But I'm just really going in on this nigga being goofy. This nigga just goofy, bro. Nigga just dumb, just goofy as fuck.
Whack for the sport, or is it a sport for the martial art? Because this person's making you think like, damn, dude, I'm pulling up to this place. Not only do you gotta like hug and roll around and, you know, get sweaty with other dudes. No, I'm not saying that's, you know, I'm not saying that's like that. Like, it's like because a lot of people say, man, that's gay. No, I'm not saying it like that because, you know, the other guy puts on makeup. So people could call that, like, what's zestier, right? Somebody wrestling with other dudes or some guy putting on makeup, right? You can't really compare there. But if you're looking at it like, yo, is this how I'm going to get treated? It's going to deter people to, you know, try it. Versus, I think influencer boxing was great and some people adopted it. Like some professional boxers, like I think Mike Tyson was talking about how like he liked people bringing attention to the sport. And I do believe a lot of people got into boxing because of it. We can't measure how many people, obviously. And I'm not saying that boxing viewership rose. I don't think influencer boxing, even though it's not really much of a thing as it was, I don't think that rose the viewership of people to traditional boxing. It's more like a WWE equivalent in that there's storylines, although the boxing is still real. But I do think, even though we can't measure it, just in my heart of hearts, the vibe, right, that I get is that a lot of people started boxing because of it. Even if they're not influencers, they're like, damn, this thing looks cool. Like, let me go do this. And we'll only find out in the next 10 to 15 years, right? Or 10 years with new boxers coming in and then being like, yeah, you know, like I just started boxing for fun because I saw it on these influencers and, you know, I realized I was kind of good and I just stuck with it. So yeah, this was whack by that dude. I think it's one of those things where it's just tasteless and you could tell that there was frustration. You could tell by the way that the guy was attacking him. And yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are you happy to see that? For sure.
Yeah, bro, I feel like it was Clavicular owed a little, you know, little tussle. You know what I'm saying? Because this wasn't bad. It wasn't like he got beat up. You know what I'm saying? Was he owed a little bit of getting tossed a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Showing that you not really that guy? Maybe. But this guy was not the messenger, and nigga just wanted to fucking do something to a famous dude. And that's just lame as fuck to me, honestly. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.